I will just say we had a lot of fun in Mexico.
That is the best answer. I love it.
I have been sober since 2001. And there's a reason I had to get sober.
Thank you.
Jason, do you ever get to do any skating anymore these days?
Yes, I do skate, yes.
Oh, thank you for Mallrats.
I'm going to ask you a question from the game We're Not Really Strangers, and the question I pulled was, do you think the image you have of yourself matches the image that your fans perceive you as, or how we know you?
And mine is no.
Sure, yeah.
Hey guys, my name is Michael. I just have to say, from Boy Meets World on, you have been one of the best men ever. Me and Frankie, holding with the heart goal was awesome. And then Jason, I have to ask, did you really invent the 360 flip?
No, Rodney Mullen did.
Okay.
I was one of the first, if not the first, to do them on street boards because it was happening sort of in the freestyle realm with Rodney Mullen. He invented the flat ground ollie, the kick flip. He invented most of those tricks. And then back then we started doing them on bigger street boards, kind of skating more fluidly and kind of, you know, in the streets, whereas he was sort of more isolated to like flat concrete areas. It's an interesting history that I won't get into now, but yeah, Rodney Mullen invented all of that stuff that later would become modern street skating.
Thank you guys.
Hello, I'm Weepy Danny. Ethan, I loved you in Butterfly Effect. I thought you were brilliant. So I practice family medicine, and one of my biggest issues with patients is motivating them to want to get healthy and to exercise and to eat better and to just do better to prevent disease and improve their health outcomes. What was, if you're okay to share with that, what was your turning point to where you were like, enough is enough, I'm gonna get healthy, I'm gonna do this, and I think that's a great motivation for people to, start and just get healthy.
Yeah, being a sober person and a person who has struggled with food most of my life and being apathetic and sedentary, I find it very difficult to motivate other people. I think that motivation really, or the decision to make some change really comes from within. And it's possible that there could be external influences. I wanted to, spend many years with my wife, and that was my motivation, but I can't say what would be motivation for another person.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Thor, and I am wondering if you know who Earl Jr.'s father is. And if so, who?
Okay, do you remember Nescabar Lop Lop?
Yes.
So it would have been Dave Chappelle, and if Dave Chappelle was unavailable, it would have been Nescabar Lop Lop. Right? Is that right? Something like that. Yeah.
Thank you.
That is a great question. Hello.
Hi, my name is Driven. I was wondering what got you into acting, both of you?
I just really loved movies. There was a period in probably like 1991 that I was just sort of watching VHS tapes. It's a plastic thing that you put into a machine.
Conversation earlier, nobody knew what that was.
It's like this weird playback thing. Anyway.
Betamax.
But yeah, just loving movies and genuinely being sort of curious about what it would be like to be in movies. I was a big fan of the Coen brothers, and I liked the kind of bizarre worlds that they created so perfectly as filmmakers. And so I was genuinely kind of interested in the idea of, building a character and being in that world. What would it be like to be inside the television screen in a way, or inside the movie screen? What would it be like to be playing a character in that world?
once. That was pretty awesome.
It is iconic. Thank you.
Favorite part of it?
Yeah, what?
Filming the pilot episode and just kind of knowing that it felt like we were doing something unusual for TV. Like I had said earlier, I'm a big fan of the Coen brothers, and of course Greg Garcia, the creator of the show, of My Name Is Earl. He and I had talked a lot about Raising Arizona, which of course is a fantastic, strange comedy from the Coen brothers, and of course we drew a lot from that for Earl. And so shooting the pilot and just seeing how kind of odd the world was that we had created, but also with some heart and stuff, I kind of just, that experience of shooting the pilot, I kind of knew that we were onto something unique for TV, and so it was really exhilarating for me.
Guys, great to have you guys here, by the way. So I had kind of two. I was going to ask, no one's actually mentioned anything about Dogma, and I loved you at Dogma, Jason. But I went and I researched about the Mallrats because I thought Shannon was going to be here, and obviously she can't, so she's going through some stuff. But when you guys started to film for that, I read an article where the mall that was done, it still exists now, but it was a lesser, more popular mall at the time. How did you guys find exactly where you guys were going to film for that, or what exactly, how that came about?
I don't know. I think all that happened before we got there, but we were in Minnesota, in Minneapolis, like just outside Minneapolis, and the Mall of America is in Minneapolis. And we shot in a little town called Eden Prairie. And yeah, the mall was an active mall, so like, we would shoot at night, and as we would arrive to work, shops would be closing down, and as we would finish work, you know, it was the winter, and they would have mall walkers. I don't know if you know what that was very new. We don't have that in LA, but like, maybe it gets cold here, right? So they maybe have it here, but it gets very cold in Minneapolis, and so ladies would show up in their, you know, it wasn't Lululemon back then, but whatever their exercise outfits were, and walk laps around the mall as we were, you know, ending off work at night, which was weird.
It wasn't a popular mall, and like Ethan said, the Mall of America was there, and that got all the attention. This was like some suburban mall where there were literally like empty storefronts. So we were able to, the production designers and stuff were able to build all the fake stores in actual empty storefronts.
And our dressing rooms were in a store. So we weren't allowed to have contact with any of the other cast, but one day as I was arriving, Lance Hendrickson, I was arriving, he was leaving. Have you seen Near Dark? It's the greatest vampire movie ever made. None of the kids will have seen it because it's not even available on VHS anymore, but I was utterly starstruck by him. He was also the android in the Alien. He's awesome. I was a bit starstruck by him.
I was starstruck when Burt Reynolds did a spot on My Name Is Earl. Because as a kid, Smokey and the Bandit was like the coolest movie ever. Yeah.
I stopped being starstruck by him after like the third slap. He was just like my buddy.
Thank you all.
Thank you so much.
For wonderful questions. Ethan, Jason, this has been a fun trip down memory lane. Give it up for our
Thank you all very much.
You know?